Preview.
Good morning, Unity. Here is your daily devotion for today. Today's reading is from the book of Job, chapter 1, verses 13 through 22. One day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys were grazing nearby, and the Sabeans attacked and made off with them. Then they put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The fire of God fell from the heavens and burned up the sheep and the servants, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties and swept down on your camels and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said, "Your sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, when suddenly a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the 4 corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they are dead, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." At this, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground in worship and said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. I think our first reaction to hearing this story is what a terrible chain of events that it describes. All those things that are happening are certainly not things that anyone would want to have happen to them. And so it's easy to see how what Job is experiencing might be something that he would be angry at, or it would be something that he might be really upset about. But in fact, he's not, because he realizes that all of those things that he had, that he lost, that were stolen from him or that were killed, all those things were given to him by God. And he knows that God wouldn't leave him without what he needs for himself. And so I think the story is kind of an analogy for saying that the most important things that we have aren't things at all. The most important things that we have are the relationship and the covenant we have with God. So that's my take on it anyway. Comment below. See you next time.